I'm gonna miss waking up to these colors every morning. And after having enjoyed this beautiful island, Lembongan, it's time to sail back to Bali and to continue with my hardtop project. Before I went on this mini adventure with my friend, I also delivered my outboard to the professional Yamaha workshop in Bali. And man, was it depressive seeing how bad my outboard looked like inside. But the mechanics told me not to worry, they had everything in their shelves to get this back together again. It's gonna be interesting to see if they manage to fix everything with my Yamaha. And this week I even ended up in a wedding.
Hello, welcome.
Welcome.
Sexuma. Shantik.
Unprepared and underdressed. Things you normally would never experience as a tourist, and not even if you tried to pay for it.
Feeling free, free to sail my life from rise to the setting sun. Free, that's what I wanna be.
Okay, we're gonna take up the anchor. It's been spinning around, and not the anchor, the mooring. It's been spinning around because of the currents. We have to leave early, timing it with the crazy tidal waters here. So it's for a reason I sound a bit tired. It was late last night, and this is sunrise. Normally my favorite moment of the day. We still have the fishing line out, but doesn't look like we get anything. But in Southeast Asia there's no wind, so we are going by engine, unfortunately. I've earlier on this channel shared my opinions about going without engine and even imaginary green solutions with insufficient power. Here I will explain why you would soon find yourself in serious trouble, and also why a wind vane is totally useless. The green line is our heading, going 7 knots through the water. Still, our speed over ground is barely 4 knots, and below our route, our actual course over ground is visual with a red line. The reason is the ocean currents. If you subtract the speed over ground from our speed through water, it would look like 3 knots of current. However, in this case, our drift is 3.8 nautical miles per hour sailed, meaning the ocean current pushing us south is now going 3.8 knots. Like one of the things I really envy people with this catamaran is this huge bridge deck. And of course, just to be able to just walk straight out to the cockpit like this. And this is one of the reasons why I built hardtop on my boat, to have some of the same feeling like this outdoor area when you have a hardtop, no rain, and yeah. Wind speed is only 5 knots. What you see on the waves is generated from the ocean current. Out here waves can reach 2 meters only because of the ocean current and creating challenging breaking waves closer to shore. This region reminds me a lot about Panama in many ways. It can even be challenging currents in Panama as well, creating big waves. But nothing like here when it gets bad. Sam has done this trip many times, so his timing was perfect. And after having visited Lombok, I really understand why he loves that island. Given the fact he actually lives in Bali and have no intentions on becoming a liveaboard, I can see his arguments for thinking about switching to a powerboat. After all, as you have learned through my videos, this region is actually not that ideal for sailing. So this beautiful Lagoon 440 might come up for sale in not long. And if he lands on a decision, I for sure will share it here. On the radar overlay, I can see the ferry will pass in front of us with pretty good margins. Sometimes it can be challenging to see how fast they go, and not every commercial ship around here are having AIS, and sometimes not even functional radar or navigation equipment. I'm not sure if you actually are able to see it, but there are two water scooters out here. Honestly, they have nothing to do out here. It's absolutely crazy.
They found a guy on a jet ski out in the middle here.
No way.
And he didn't have any navigation, didn't know which, and it was super rainy, and he didn't know where he was going.
It's still dry season, but we are in Indonesia, so it's raining and no wind.
It's actually rare to see it this flat, so the timing into this lagoon could not been better. This is perfect both for entering or exiting. And it's even more rare to see mega yachts in Bali, but this one was here last year as well. Its name is a bit funny for a Norwegian, because skade, translated from Norwegian back to English, means damage. It's a private owned yacht and not for charter, but a similar yacht would normally start from around $85,000 a week. She's 46 meter long, custom built and launched in 2016, designed by US naval architect Tripp Design and built in Europe, more precise, Holland, where most of the beautiful mega yachts are built. Originally, I believe this beautiful yacht was Cayman Island flagged, but as you can see now, flying the European counterpart to the Cayman Islands, and that's Malta. This dry season has been very strange from my perspective. It's only my second dry season in Indonesia, so I cannot claim to even be close to experienced here. But the weather forecast is showing lots of rain ahead, which is a bit depressing as I still have lots of work to do. I have always been quite interested in different yacht designs, and in the background here you can see another fascinating yacht. The locals here calls it the Batman boat. Besides its spectacular design and of course size of 42.5 meters, it's her low fuel consumption and exceptional range that's the most impressive. These yachts are capable of crossing the Pacific Ocean with a cruising speed of 17 knots. As a fun fact, she's almost as wide as B3 is long, and the owner seems like a nice person, and I have seen him a few times on the dock here. Maybe I should ask if I could come aboard and have a closer look one day. I guess this was the Yacht World gossip of the week from Bali. Maybe I stayed for too long here. Everyone knows me, and I know almost everyone here. The Sergan Bay and its tiny island I call home is also quite a gossip town.
I'm back on B3 and I'm on my way to Yamaha workshop. See if my outboard is repaired and what the final bill will be. And hopefully I will get it back today. Hopefully this is my last day rowing. At least I hope so. It's not too bad if it's not too strong currents, but if the currents is in the tidal water, then you can just forget about rowing. So that's when I use the taxi boat. So dropping me off at the public pier, and it's busy. Sama-sama. But when I can plan it, I can time it with the tidal water, then rowing is no problem. But now I'm so excited. It's gonna be interesting to see if they manage to fix everything with my Yamaha. Some days you just know that you're not gonna be able to do anything on the boat. It's shopping, and today picking up the outboard. When I've done everything today, it's, well, maybe left the rest of the day I will do editing videos. So no boat work for today. I have no conflicts of interest here and no discounts whatsoever. But if you are in Southeast Asia needing a service on your Yamaha, this is the place to go. They fixed everything that was wrong with my outboard and have replaced all the parts, bits and pieces. And maybe addressed things that should been addressed 2 years ago when I first had this outboard fixed. So, looks like we got water in the piston and the cylinder.
Yes,
And it comes...
enter in here, in number 2.
The exhaust had corroded and was leaking inside, most likely originating from 2 years ago when only the gasket was replaced. Anyway, these amazing Yamaha experts have done an amazing job and the bill landed on 550 euros. You just gotta love Indonesia. So I'm walking back to my tender. Outboard is paid for. That's been quite an interesting journey. That's a different story. Anyway, the guys are on the way to deliver a Yamaha back to my tender. Yay! VIP transport. Okay, so this is my happy face. Everything works perfect. It sounds good. Yeah, this is a good day. Got my outboard back. This is amazing. Even the locals here gives me thumbs up as I'm not rowing anymore. And my first stop was to say hi to my Ukrainian friends and to check how things are going as they are planning on setting sails towards Thailand. Hello!
Welcome! You have a new model?
Yes!
Nice!
So thankful and happy having my outboard running again, as this is super important for me. Not only for going ashore, but also for transporting things I need for my ongoing project. Unfortunately, everything is too wet to be worked on, as there are some rain showers now and then. So I decided to pick up my Mac and go to Starbucks working on this video. When it's so hot and humid, it's nice to enjoy a coffee or three with air condition. And today I even had time to check out a secret gem here. Turns out this souvenir shop has a really nice museum or exhibition in the basement. To my surprise, it's free entrance, and even more surprising, I actually found it more interesting than the museum at the tourist hotspot Garuda in Uluwatu. So this is in the basement of Starbucks. Pretty unbelievable. Look at this. I really love exhibitions like this, as it's a fast track to get a deeper understanding of the culture I'm visiting. And the Hindu culture is to me quite fascinating, not only because it's widely considered as the oldest religion in the world, but the fact it does not have a single founder, but rather an evolution of spiritual ideas over time. And maybe even the Amish people in Pennsylvania have learned their patchwork from the Hindu culture. Who knows? I believe it's fair to say this Starbucks is not only the best kept secret in Bali, it might even be the most cultural coffee bar in the world. And just like that, totally unprepared and seriously underdressed, I find myself in a traditional Balinese wedding. I had no clue what was going on, and I did not want to be disrespectful.
Hello, welcome.
Sik semua. Cantik. It turned out I actually know the newly wedded couple Pasek and Devi, so I even got an instant photo from us together as a memory from this amazing experience. During my adventure around the world, I've been blessed with so many experiences, and this is my third wedding since I left Europe. The first one was in Greece, where people are just as friendly and welcoming as here if you stay away from the worst tourist places. So nice. I recognized the tattoo on this young lady from 2 weeks ago. She was entertaining when my friend and I planned our trip to Lombok. What can I say? I do have a good eye for details. It's a small world, and Sergan Island is even smaller. I hope you enjoyed this mixed episode sharing things from only last week, experiences you would never been able to buy for money. In the next episode I will be back working on my hardtop again. If you haven't already, I will be very happy to see you help me growing this channel by subscribing. I'll also put a link in my description for my patrons for those of you that would like to support me also there. And as normal, a big thank you to my amazing sponsors and patrons making this adventure possible.
Feeling free. I just wanna be free. Free to live my life. Free to ride the waves, chase the morning.